All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Green Bay Packers' phenomenal draft, in my opinion. Now, I'm a biased Green Bay Packers fan, but folks, I want to preface this video before we get into the draft talk that I know a couple of Chicago Bears friends because I'm from the Chicagoland area, and these are guys who watch SEC football. These are guys who are watching college football more so than they are the NFL. They're absolutely terrified of the Green Bay Packers draft class, and it's just funny to me. I'm reading some of these reporters, analysts, scouts, whatever, and they're grading the Packers draft class very strangely, in my opinion. It all starts in round 1, pick 25 with Jordan Morgan, offensive tackle out of the University of Arizona. He was offensive lineman, the first Packers offensive lineman in the first round, first time, 13 years. This dude is versatile. He's projected as a guard. He's projected as a tackle. The point is versatility here. He played 98% of his college snaps at left tackle. We have to keep in mind, the Packers lost David Bakhtiari. Well, we haven't really had him healthy since 2019. So you have, as it stood before the draft, Rasheed Walker as your left tackle. Folks, he's going to give you versatility. Once again, guard, tackle, doesn't matter. That's what they're projecting. You can play both of them. And Brian Gutekunst prefers versatile offensive linemen. He said this about him: he's our kind of guy. Folks, he did not have a blown block in 306 run blocking plays this past season, which was third most run blocking plays without a blown block by any Power 5 lineman. He also allowed just 2 sacks in 454 pass blocking plays last season. But guys, before we get any further into tonight's video, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. I am a biased Green Bay Packers fan, so hit that like button for more. Packers fans, love and appreciate you guys as always. If you try and get this video to 500 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. I'm sorry, man. This is way too late to be making our first Packers draft recap video, but I was at that Cubs game in Fenway Sunday night, so I just got back, and honestly, I am so excited to make this video. Jordan Morgan, versatile offensive lineman. You got to protect your long-term quarterback in Jordan Love. Now, round 2, pick 45, Edgar and Cooper, linebacker out of Texas A&M, folks. This is the real freaking deal. This is your next Quay Walker, in my opinion, like rising star linebacker in the NFL for the Green Bay Packers. Guys, last season, opposing ball carriers averaged just 2.5 yards when Cooper made the tackle last season. That's important because the Green Bay Packers defense ranked 28th against the run in 2023. In fact, during Matt LaFleur's 5 seasons as the head coach, the Packers have allowed 4.7 yards per rush. That's clearly the worst in the NFL. Now, he also had 8 sacks last season, despite rushing the passer on only 23% of his snaps, and he ran a 4.51 40-yard dash at the combine, and that was tied for 5th among all front 7 defenders. So this is the real deal. And we have to keep in mind, new defensive coordinator, Jeff Hafley, he's flipping around the scheme, right? He's changing the scheme. We need more linebackers. We need more depth at the linebacking position. We'll touch on that in just a second. I think you guys know where that is going with, but phenomenal A+ draft pick, in my opinion. Round 2, Javon Bullard, safety out of Georgia. Guys, day 1 starter. In my opinion, just day 1 starter. I know they, probably not going to have enough time to talk about all the safeties they picked in this draft, but you got Xavier McKinney, right? Ball hawk, playmaker, young dude, 24 years old out of the New York Giants. And once again, we know Jeff Hafley, huge winner this year's draft class. He wants versatile safeties, and that is exactly what Bullard does. I love when they draft SEC players. Quay Walker out of Georgia. I love when they draft Georgia football players. Wyatt, Quay Walker, you get the point here. One thing I noticed immediately with Bullard, this dude steps up when the lights are bright and you need to make plays. He steps up and always rises to the occasion. Another, in my opinion, at least A- draft pick until he steps on the field. But guys, I'm thinking, my thought process is he's going to be a day 1 starter for the Green Bay Packers. Now, round 3, this is one of my favorite. The round 3 picks the Green Bay Packers made in this year's draft were my favorite potentially here. Marshon Lloyd, badass name, by the way. In his lone season at USC, keep in mind he spent 3 years at South Carolina. He sat out the whole 2020 season with a torn ACL, so that's something to keep in mind. But in his lone season with the Trojans, right, broke or evaded 55 tackles. Guys, that's the second most in the Pac-12 last season. Over the past 2 seasons, He broke or evaded 94 tackles. That is 7th among all Power 5 running backs. Last season, he also averaged 4.4 yards per rush after contact, which was 4th highest in the FBS. Guys, you signed Josh Jacobs, right? So this move confused non-Packers fans. The way Josh Jacobs' contract is structurally is it's more of a year-to-year deal. So it's not like he's going to be a one-and-done running back for the Green Bay Packers. Keep in mind, we also lost Aaron Jones. But just keep in mind, they're going to, like, Marshon Lloyd might be the long-term starting running back for the Green Bay Packers. Here's the craziest stat. And also, by the way, A.J. Dillon was 100,000% on the hot seat because Marshon Lloyd can both run and catch. The dude's actually a freaking stud. Guys, last season, I know it's college football. I know it's college football stats, and they're always inflated. 7.1 yards per carry. I'll say that one more time. Marshon Lloyd, the new Green Bay Packers running back from the 3rd round, 7.1 yards per carry last season. 7.1. Yeah, that's a real stat. All right, our final pick that we'll cover in today's video, round 3, pick 91 from the Buffalo trade, Tyron Hopper, linebacker out of Missouri. Guys, he has the potential, in my opinion, to be one of the best linebackers in the entire National Football League 5 years from now. I love the way Packers coaches develop our players defensively, offensively, whatever it is. I'm thinking Quay Walker with this pick. I got a text from one of my Bears buddies. His name's Nick. And once again, he's a Florida Gator fan, so he watches a ton of SEC football. He was terrified that the Green Bay Packers got Tyron Hopper, linebacker out of Missouri. Guys, 16 tackles for loss last season. That's 2nd in the SEC. Now, it is a little bit riskier because he also missed 18 tackles, which was the 3rd most in the SEC. He also had a missed tackle rate of 14%, which is nearly the double of the conference average. So, yeah, it's a little bit riskier. But, guys, this is the definition of a high-risk, high-reward player. Once again, new scheme on the defensive side. You need as many linebackers as possible, considering they lost guys like Devondre Campbell. So your only two really were Quay Walker and Isaiah McDuffie. Quay Walker, star linebacker in the NFL, rising superstar linebacker. I'm going to correct myself there. Cooper and Hopper, these are phenomenal linebacker draft picks. Like, seriously phenomenal. And we're going to pair that up with Javon Bullard at the safety position and Jordan Morgan at left tackle or wherever they decide to put him if he starts year 1. The Packers, seriously, in my opinion, A- draft class at minimum, like literally at minimum. I'll wait to see. I don't like throwing around A+ or anything higher than A's because, these guys haven't stepped on the field. But I'm telling you, man, and I know my Packers fans watching this video right now are amped. This is unbelievably hype, in my opinion. So that's it for tonight. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. But most importantly, guys, give me a grade for the Packers draft down below. Peace.